What is up, everyone? It is me, Dakota Clayball, your local realtor, here in the sunny city of Tampa Bay, and a very joyous, cheerful, that says cheers there, and that's joyous because that is Veuve Clicquot, to celebrate a very great season of Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Whoo boy! But I'm your joyous Bayern Munich ultra here as well in Tampa, and I'm very happy today. Very happy. And as if you can't tell, I'm sporting the new Bayern Munich home jersey. I think it's the best home kit they've had in some time. I'm pretty sure you would agree too. Last year's white, red, white, it was weird. And then the red with the black or darker red prior, not the best either. But we are back. And then the season before, white mane, red arms. No, reverse Arsenal kit. What was that? But anyways, we've gotten into the ditches in kit lore right now. So let's actually talk about why I'm a joyous Bayern Munich ultra today. I don't think I'll pop the bubbly. I'll save that for when we make it to the Champions League final and then win. But have some cheers. That's actually a prop in this case because it's actually for some clients of mine. I closed on a house and I got them a bottle of Woodford Reserve. Great. No sponsors though. If Woodford Reserve wants to sponsor me, I'm always open to it. You can call me the Woodford man. But anyways, back to what we are here to talk about today, which is Bayern Munich have officially closed out the 2025-2026 Bundesliga season, and boy did they end it in style. Beating FC Köln, or Cologne if you want to say it in the anglicized version, 5-1 at the Allianz Arena, lifting the Meisterschale. You saw the Bierdusche and everyone running around and celebrating, and then doing the celebration at the Marienplatz the following day. But this is reminding everybody that the Bundesliga title remains and runs through Munich. And this was not just some casual end of the season kick around because, like I said, 5-1, that score denotes a very, very entertaining Bayern Munich win and game performance. Like I said, there was celebration. This was a statement win, a great way to cap off the Bundesliga season. This was Bayern saying, we are not just champions again, because they won it last year after 2 years ago losing it to Bayer Leverkusen. But we are still the standard. You see the gold? Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're the gold standard in the Bundesliga. This is the cockatoo that they absconded from a certain restaurant that they partied at. But anyways, again, a little in the weeds, but joyous, happy, cheerful. Yeah. Anyways, they're not just champions again, they are the standard. Because yes, Bayern won the season last year. And yes, the Leverkusen title loss was 2 seasons ago. I know, like I just said, but we're back to winning ways. And this season was about defending the standard. And that was proving that the last year was not just a response, but was something that we could build upon. And they are back in control of the German football league, the Bundesliga. And honestly, this is exactly how this final game felt. It was great. But from the first whistle, Bayern Munich looked the better team. They looked like they wanted to put on a show because it's the last game of the season at the Allianz Arena. The energy was there. It was great. The tempo was there. It was great. The sharpness was there. Excellent. And within the first 15 minutes, who steps up and scores the first goal but Harry Kane? And actually from a corner kick, mind you. And, as it goes, when Harry Kane gets open, he's going to put the ball in the net, get his goal. And it only ended this season properly. He ended it properly, like I said, scoring in the 10th minute and then scoring again in the 13th minute, and went on to score in the 69th minute to make a hat trick. Unfortunately, not a proper German hat trick, but I think it's his 8th one in the Bundesliga, which is great. Maybe it's more. I'll get to that in a bit. But anyways, the Allianz Arena was buzzing after 2-0 up, and Köln, they were already chasing shadows. The Bundesliga match report listed the scoring sequence as Kane in the 10th and the 13th, and then Said Al-Mala, German. Won't go there, but okay, German. In the 18th minute, Tom Bischof in the 22nd with an absolute rocket. All of his goals, mind you, have been outside of the box. Tom Bischof in the 22nd minute, Harry Kane in the 69th, and Nicholas Jackson in the 83rd minute. And this is what makes Harry Kane so ridiculous. It never looks rushed. I said that rushed, but it never looks rushed for Harry Kane. He never looks panicked. It is just movement, positioning, composure, and that finish. That first goal, I think the Amazon whatever analytics said it was like a really ridiculously low number of him scoring because it went off. He had his leg it was a contortion artist type goal, but he got it in. And over and over and over again, at some point, you've run out of ways to describe Harry Kane. And I just said contortion artist. Who says that about Harry Kane? He's not. He runs awkwardly. He's not fast, but he gets the goals. He is inevitable. Now, to Cologne's credit, they did not completely roll over in the first half. Like I said, Said El-Mala pulled one back in the 18th minute. And for a brief second, you're thinking, okay, maybe Köln are going to make this uncomfortable for Bayern. Maybe Bayern switched off a little bit. He did smoke all the players. Ta and Upamecano both got smoked. Musiala lost the ball to him. And then Neymar took a terrible angle trying to get back to him. But maybe that celebration came too easy and early for them. Maybe Bayern literally just took their eyes off the ball and off the prize for a second. But then, like I said, Tom Bischof, he stepped up, and what a moment. What a moment. In the 22nd minute, he restored Bayern's 2-goal lead with a rocket from outside the box. 3rd goal of the season. This is the type of goal where you just sit there and say, okay, we need to see more of that. Because this kid, he came from Hoffenheim. And no one really thought, he's young. No one really thought he was going to really step in and make this role where he was playing left back a lot. He played right back a few times, but left back, he did get his chance at midfield where he wants to play. But ultimately with Bischof, he has to adapt, and that's what he's done. He has found his role as a minute player, a bench player, rotational player, which is fine. He's doing it. And if he keeps playing like this, because he said that the beginning of the season, he did find it a little rough not getting game time. He's like, what have I done? But then he sat down and had a conversation with Kimmich. And he's like, look, you'll be needed. And boy, was he. And unfortunately, he went injured right when we could have used him during a weekend game when we were playing PSG the following midweek game. But in the game, he had earned his minutes in a team packed with attacking talent and quality. Plus, there were a lot of injuries, so he filled in. He filled in at left back because of Davies getting injured. But in this game, I'll get back to the game, he showed exactly why Bayern fans should be excited about him moving forward. He's a young player, big moment, final day. He scored and he loved it. He was so happy. It may have been 3-1, but he celebrated. It was only his third goal. And he got to score at home at the Allianz Arena. The title celebration was great, and he just smashes one in from distance. I mean, it was a smashing good shot. There was confidence in it, and there was quality. And then, from there, Bayern Munich, they were in complete control of the game. The first half ends 3-1, and honestly, that felt about right. Köln had their moments. El Mala have them something to celebrate, gave them something to celebrate. He did, but he's still just a little too fast for the team. He needs to play in a better team because really Köln were really in the lower doldrums of the league. They were comfortable, but that was only because the bottom three were terrible. But Bayern were clearly the better team. I'm not just talking about him anymore. I shouldn't be talking about him, but he is a revelation. He might make the German national team. I don't know. Which, by the way, I think I'm going to be talking about the German games. I have the jersey, the away jersey. So I think I'll talk about them. Maybe I'll sport a different jersey from every game. But yeah, anyways. The champions, they look like champions. And then in the second half, Harry Kane, he finished his job, like I said, in the 69th minute. Kane, he gets his hat-trick. Unfortunately, not a natural hat-trick, but he did get his 36th Bundesliga goal, 5 short of the record, 4 short of Gerd Müller's, and 5 short of Robert Lewandowski. He has 36 goals. Let me say that again. 36 goals. It's ridiculous. And he was injured. He didn't play a few games. I mean, let's be real. I played a lot of FIFA back in the day. And yeah, those are video game numbers. That's how ridiculous it is. I mean, Reuters now reports, they said that Harry Kane finished with 36 Bundesliga goals. And he became the first player in the first 3 seasons to be the top scorer in each of those seasons. The first 3 seasons he started in the Bundesliga. That's insane. And Bayern, they ended the league campaign with 89 points and are too shy, I believe, of their best ever tally of 91 points. And a record-breaking 122 goals. Now, that 122 goals does fall short of the all-time record of the 49-50. It's an Italian team. I cannot... dang. I should know that. I talked about it the other week. Torino. I think it was the Torino, maybe? Anyways, maybe I'll talk about it during the next podcast if I remember. But only 3 short. And they surpassed. So they're the best attacking team in the modern history of the game and the best in the Bundesliga. It's not normal this season. And to think, I was one of them that I did not think that Vincent Kompany, I'll eat crow. I did not think he would be a good choice. But he played attacking style football with Burnley in the championship to get him to the Premier League, and then unfortunately got relegated because they're playing in the big leagues. But you give him a high-powered team and get Harry Kane involved with proper wingers. Man, it was historical stuff. I mean, it's not normal. It's not just a good striker stuff. I mean, good strikers are out there. But Harry Kane, he consistently scores goals. And he is a historical striker, regardless. Because when you look at Harry Kane and how he's done since coming to Bayern, the conversation has completely changed. It's no longer can Harry Kane adapt. It's no longer can he handle the pressure, because before this, he never won a league title or any title. It's no longer can he be the guy at Bayern Munich. He is that guy. People say he is him. But I think actually if you wanted to say he is him, it would be Olise. But anyways, sticking with Harry Kane. Man, Harry Kane. And it ended the Bundesliga season. He ended it with an exclamation point. That hat trick. Then, finishing the game, Nicholas Jackson comes on and adds the 5th in the 83rd minute, making it 5-1, and putting the final touch on the afternoon. And honestly, that 5th goal mattered beyond just the scoreboard because it took him to 122 league goals. And unfortunately, I didn't actually get to watch that happen. My dog was dealing with a yellow rat snake outside. He actually got bit. He was completely fine. I heard a bark. I walk outside, and there's this probably 3.5 foot yellow rat snake. I'm like, wow. And then Kuma, I had to use a pillow to usher it away from the door so Kuma could come inside. But anyways, 122 goals. Getting back to it, even though I didn't see the last goal, I heard he was trying to flirt with being offsides. But 122 goals, that is an outrageous number. Like I said, I think it was Turin that had the most goals at 125. And like I said, Vincent Kompany, he's a reason why. They didn't just win the league. They overwhelmed it. He's changed this team. I said team because team and league. But he made it so that they overwhelm teams. They suffocate them. They turn matches into track meets because they run all the time. Usually it's the other team doing all the running when Bayern have possession. But now when Bayern, they play such high up that they have to backtrack sometimes, but they maintain, possession, and they maintain the speed nonstop. It's outrageous. They made good teams look completely outmatched for most of it. I mean, you also have to remember, the only team that really beat Bayern Munich soundly this season was Arsenal. Because Bayern kept up with PSG and only lost by 1 goal. And had it not been for a BS penalty not being called or a handball that could have been a second yellow, that could have been a completely different game. But anyways, sticking with this, they dominate. And when Bayern finish in the Bundesliga with 122 goals and one league loss, this is not scraping your way to a title. No, folks. This is statement. This is dominance. This is Bayern Munich football. And this is where we have to talk about the attack. Because Harry Kane, Luis Díaz, and Michael Olise have not just been good. They've been ridiculous. They are the closest thing to the attacking masterclass we've seen in years to that of Messi, Neymar, and Suárez type of attacking machine. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying they have surpassed the team, the trio of MSN. Messi, Neymar, and Suárez are still, in fact, the benchmark. The Barcelona front three was legendary for a reason. I mean, Messi, 95 goals in a season, 1 calendar year, maybe more. But this Bayern trio this season, absolutely climbing into the conversation. It's the first Bundesliga trio to reach 100 combined goal contributions since the data started being tracked in 1988. That is insane numbers. And across all competitions, the numbers back up the hype even more. Harry Kane, he's the killer. Luis Díaz, he's chaos. And Olise, he's the artist. Ooh, just oof. And together, they have given Bayern the most dangerous attack in Europe this season and in quite some time. Think about the balance of that front three. Bayern giving you elite Bayern. Harry Kane, Mr. Bayern, this year, gives you the elite finishing, elite movement, link-up play, because he doesn't just go and play a out-and-out 9 role. He switches between 9 and a false 9 all the time. He has leadership, ruthless efficiency, and in and out of the box. He can shoot. I think he had 9 goals. I think they said he had 9 goals from outside the box this season in the Bundesliga. Now, with Díaz, he gives you the energy, the directness, pressing, ball carrying, and that ability to make defenders absolutely miserable for 90 minutes. You've seen teams switching wingers, wingbacks, or left back, right back, moving them so that they could actually maintain him more. And then you have Olise, your creative, calm delivery, technical quality, left-footed magic, where one touch can completely change the game. You stop one, the other two punish you. You double Olise, Díaz has space. You track Kane, he finds the gap. You collapse on Kane, Olise creates the chance anyways. I mean, he does the Robin. He does his best Robin attempt all the time. And that is what made MSN terrible. Terrible to the defense. Terrifying. And this is what makes this Bayern front three so much more special. Not just individual brilliance, because in the past seasons we've relied on individual brilliances. Now we have balance, we have chemistry, we have production. And the numbers actually back up the hype. It's just... whew. Now we have to talk about Michael Olise individually. Because his artistry, his nonchalantness, that is where the framing matters. He is not a new signing anymore. Last year was his breakout season. It was his first season. And now we are getting to see the full potential. I think the full potential. Maybe we can get a little bit more out of him. But he came in 2 years ago from Crystal Palace, and now he looks fully established as one of the elite attacking players in Germany and possibly in the world. There's talk that he could win the Ballon d'Or. I mean, it would be wild because it would be a French player who was born in England, in London. And if you hear his dialect, it actually is more of a English dialect. But anyways, this season, he got that recognition. Michael Olise was named the Bundesliga Player of the Season after a sensational campaign. 15 goals, 19 assists, too shy of Thomas Muller's 21 goal assists. Man, such incredible statistics. What I love about him is that he's not just a highlight player. He is so reclusive in a way. He can beat a man, he can score, but then he's not going to overly flaunt it. Now, he may overly flaunt it in the build-up to that score or that assist, but he can create something out of absolutely nothing. It's insane. But he also changes the rhythm of Bayern's attack. He gives Bayern that unpredictability. He can slow the game down if needed, and sometimes maybe they want him to slow it down. I'm talking about the second leg against Real Madrid. But he then scores the goal. But then he can speed it up like that. And he can drift inside. He can stay outside and stay wide. But he can combine. I mean, that's where he really shines, his combination play. And then he can deliver that final ball. Whew. Man. Boy, can he finish. Boy, can he finish. Man. 2 years into Bayern's career, and there's no longer talk about potential. There's proof. And establishment. He is now established as the out-and-out right winger. He is decisive. He is the Bundesliga Player of the Season. And boy, oh boy, when you pair that with Harry Kane winning another top scorer award, and Luis Díaz giving Bayern Munich that relentless threat from the left, because we've needed that. Bayern Munich basically had the league's best finisher, the league's best creator, and one of Europe's most dangerous left side attackers, all in the same attack. Good luck stopping that. Doesn't always happen. I don't think Bayern actually did not score in one game this season. I could be wrong. Maybe it was the one loss. I can't remember. Anyways. Now the only real concern from this game, I'll wrap it up here soon, was Manuel Neuer. He did come off around the hour mark, felt something in his calf. And the encouraging part is that it seems the club seems hopeful it will not be anything too serious. We'll find out tomorrow if he takes part in practice or not. If not, we have capable hands of Jonas Erberg. But you have the cup final coming up, and every Bayern player and fan is going to pay attention to that, because Neuer, he's Neuer. I mean, he now ties Muller's 13 Bundesliga trophies. And even at this stage of his career, he signed on for one more season. That's because his presence matters. His leadership matters. He commands the box, and he sends commands out to that defense all the time. He is the captain still. He is the GOAT keeper. I believe he's the best goalkeeper ever. People will say certain Spanish goalkeepers are great, but man, Neuer, he revolutionized it. But anyways, and in a final, experience matters with him. Max Eberl has reportedly been hopeful Neuer can play in the DFB-Pokal final. But if not, like I said, Jonas Erberg, he's the next man up. He is in comfortable hands. Hopefully, he doesn't have to take in that, because we all want Neuer available for Saturday. And then if he's available for Saturday and he plays well, I mean, he'll probably be in one more World Cup. But either way, Bayern Munich have one more job to do. And that is, before we get to Berlin, though, let's appreciate the Bundesliga campaign and how it was. This was not Bayern barely getting over the line. This was Bayern taking control. A 5-1 win on the final day. Harry Kane hat-trick. Olise named Bundesliga Player of the Year season. Harry Kane winning the Torjägerkönig, a record-breaking attack. Only one league loss. The Meisterschale lifted at the Allianz Arena. This is a proper champions ending, at least for the Bundesliga. But the timeline matters, because 2 years ago, Leverkusen hurt us. That was the wake-up call. And they're now getting to the summit. Next season, we are going for the Champions League. But anyways, let's talk about next game. Saturday. Be there. It's the Berlin show. It's the one that gets even bigger, because Bayern are not done yet. Saturday night, they play Stuttgart at the DFB-Pokal final at the Berlin Stadium, Olympia Stadion. The cup holders, VfB Stuttgart. Ooh, see how it goes. It confirms Bayern Munich and Stuttgart meet there on May 23rd in Bayern's own preview notes. The final is Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time here in Tampa. Tampa time, not here in Tampa, though. That would be cool. They didn't just lift the Meisterschale. They want to lift the DFB-Pokal trophy. Ooh. But anyways, we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully I'll be making a video about how great that game was. But ultimately, this attack, it's been flying. The confidence is there. They should win. I predict 3-1. But let's see what transgresses. Let's see what happens. Will Bayern lift another trophy? Complete the domestic double, something they have not done since 2020? Whew. This is the standard that Bayern Munich set for themselves. 2 trophies at least a season. So overall, Bayern fans, enjoy this one. Enjoy. Cheers. Enjoy the trophy lift. Enjoy the beer showers, the beer douches. Enjoy Harry Kane's hat trick. Bischof's rocket. Oof. Enjoy Olise getting the recognition he deserves. Enjoy Luis Díaz being an absolute menace. And enjoy the fact that Bayern Munich ended the Bundesliga season not limping across the line, folks. No, but absolutely storming past it. Because this was the kind of season that Bayern expects. This is the performance of champions that are the gold standard. Focus, ruthless, entertaining, dominating. And there's one more job to do, folks. One more job. Berlin, Berlin, wir fahren nach Berlin. Will it be Berlin, Berlin, wir gewinnen aus Berlin? Saturday evening will tell what happens. Bayern versus Stuttgart, a chance at the double. But let me know what your thoughts are, folks, down in the comments below. What stood out most to you from Bayern's 5-1 win? The best performance of the season? Was it Harry Kane's hat-trick, Bischof's rocket, Olise's Bundesliga Player of the Season award? Or was it the fact that this Kane, Díaz, and Olise, the KDO, front three, might be the closest thing that we have to an MSN in years? And how confident are you heading into the DFB-Pokal final against Stuttgart? If you enjoy these videos I make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any notifications. Oh man, because I'm going to be making a review. Will it be? I'm at 33 minutes. Wow, the longest one. And this is just on one game. Folks, should I make longer ones? Should I make shorter ones? Should I extend it out? Oof. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. And don't forget, please reach out to family and friends. Tell them you love them because you never know when it may be your last time you get to see them or talk to them. And as always, your needs are the point. Tschüss.